Most people will spend their entire lives working and still end up broke. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because nobody, not their parents, not their teachers, not their school, ever taught them this one simple truth about money. This story changed everything for me, and I believe it will change everything for you too. Meet Daniel. Daniel is 26 years old. He wakes up every morning at 6 a.m., gets dressed, makes his coffee, and shows up to work on time. Every single day. He's not lazy. He's one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet. He takes on extra shifts. He skips lunch sometimes just to finish a project. He tells himself, if I just work harder, if I just earn a little more, I'll finally get ahead. Sound familiar? Daniel believed what most of us were taught to believe. Work hard, earn money, spend money, repeat. That's the system. That's the plan. But here's the problem with that plan. It has no ending. Every month, Daniel gets his paycheck. And every month, it disappears. Rent, car payment, phone bill, groceries, subscriptions he forgot he even had. He treats himself a little because he deserves it, right? He worked hard. A night out here, new sneakers there, a vacation he put on his credit card. And then it's the 28th of the month, and Daniel is checking his bank account the way people check to see if a bad dream is over. It never is. He tells himself, next month will be different. Next month never is. Years go by like this. He earns more, he spends more. The number in his account stays the same. Daniel is caught in what I call the paycheck trap. Running fast, going nowhere. Then one Saturday afternoon, Daniel is at a barbecue at his uncle's house. His uncle, Mr. George, a quiet man, never flashy, is sitting on the porch. No expensive watch, no designer clothes, just a man at peace. Daniel sits down next to him and vents. Uncle, I make decent money. I work hard, but I feel like I'm never moving forward. What am I doing wrong? Mr. George doesn't answer right away. He takes a slow sip of his drink, sets it down, and says, Daniel, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just playing the wrong game. What do you mean? You're working for money, his uncle says, but money doesn't care how hard you work for it. The people who get ahead, they stopped working for money a long time ago. They made money work for them. Daniel stared at him. He'd heard something like that before, but this time something clicked. Mr. George pulled out a napkin and drew 2 columns. On one side, he wrote liabilities. On the other, assets. Daniel, most people spend their money on liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. Cars, designer clothes, new phones every year, fancy apartments they can't afford. Assets are different. Assets put money into your pocket. Investments, stocks, a rental property, a business, even a savings account that actually grows. Daniel looked down at the napkin. Dear uncle, everything I own is on the left side. Mr. George nodded slowly. That's why you feel stuck. You're building someone else's wealth, not yours. He leaned forward. Here's what I want you to understand. It's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you make. He told Daniel about compound interest, how small investments grow quietly over time, like a seed becoming a forest. He told him about the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% minimum saved or invested, every single month. Rich people don't spend first and save what's left. They save first and live on what's left. Daniel felt something shift in his chest. Not excitement, clarity. That night, Daniel went home and opened his laptop. He looked at his bank statements for the first time, really looked at them. He saw the subscriptions he never used, the nights out that added up, the minimum payments on credit cards that never seemed to go down. He didn't feel shame. He felt awake. He canceled what he didn't need. He moved $200 into an investment account. Not much, but it was a start. And for the first time in years, he felt like he was moving towards something. Not because he had more money, but because he finally understood it. Here's what I want to leave you with. The problem was never money. The problem was how we were taught to think about money. We were taught to earn it and spend it. Nobody taught us to understand it, to respect it, to put it to work. You can change that today, not by earning more, by thinking differently. Because the moment you stop working for money and start making money work for you, everything changes. Everything.